Welcome. Tonight's homework is on page 695 to 696, 9 through 23, 25 through 33. Lesson 12.2 is on angles and parallel lines. Our goal is to identify angles when a transversal intersects lines. Vocabulary. A line that intersects two or more lines at different points is a transversal. Two angles that occupy corresponding positions when a transversal intersects two lines are called corresponding angles. When a transversal intersects two lines, two angles that lie between the two lines on opposite sides of the transversal are called alternate interior angles. They're on the inside of our parallel lines, of our two lines. Alternate exterior angles, when a transversal intersects two lines, two angles that lie outside the two lines on opposite sides of the transversal are called alternate exterior angles because they are on the outside of our two lines. In the diagram, line T is a transversal. Tell whether the angles are corresponding alternate interior or alternate exterior angles. Angle 1 and angle 5 are in the same place, but one is on the outside of our two lines and one is on the inside of the two lines. So that makes it a corresponding angle. Angle 2 and angle 7 are both on the inside of our two lines, but on opposite sides of the transversal. So that makes them alternate interior. Angles. Angle 3 and angle 6 are on the outside of our two lines and opposite sides of the transversal, making them alternate exterior angles. Checkpoint. Take a moment, pause your video, and answer these three questions. When you're ready, push play and come back to check your answers. Angle 4 and angle 5 are on opposite sides of the transversal, so that makes them alternate. They are on the inside of our two lines, making them interior, so they are alternate interior angles. Angle 1 and angle 8 are on opposite sides of the transversal, so there's the alternate, but on the outside of our two lines, so they are alternate exterior. And angle 4 and angle 8 are on the same side of our transversal, and one is on the inside and one is on the outside, so that makes them corresponding angles. Angles and parallel lines. In the diagram, transversal T intersects parallel lines M and N. Corresponding angles. The measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 5 because they are corresponding angles on parallel lines. The measure of angle 2 corresponds with the measure of angle 6. The measure of angle 3 is equal to, and because equal to the measure of angle 7, because they are corresponding angles. And the measure of angle 4 is equal to the measure of angle 8, because they are corresponding angles. The measure of angle 3 is equal to the measure of angle 6, because they are alternate interior angles. And alternate to the angle 4 is angle 5, so the measure of angle 4 is equal to the measure of angle 5, because they are alternate interior angles. The alternate exterior angles have the same measure, so the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 8, and the measure of angle 2 is equal to the measure of angle 7. Example number 2, finding angle measures. In the diagram, transversal T intersects parallel lines M and N. If the measure of angle 1 is 100 degrees, find the measures of the other numbered angles. The measure of angle 5 will also be 100 degrees because angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. The measure of angle 4 is also 100 degrees because angle 4 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles. The measure of angle 8 will be 100 degrees because angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate exterior angles. The measure of angle 2 will be 80 degrees because angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary angles. The measure of angle 6 will be 80 degrees because angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. The measure of angle 3 will be 80 degrees because angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles. And finally, the measure of angle 7 will be 80 degrees because angle 2 and angle 7 are alternate exterior angles. A checkpoint. At this point, take a moment, pause your video, answer this question, and then when you're ready, come back and check your answer. In example 2, if the measure of angle 2 is equal to 85 degrees, find the measure of the other angles. So we will need to find the measure of angle 1, the measure of angle 3, the measure of angle 4, the measure of angle 5, the measure of angle 6, the measure of angle 7, and the measure of angle 8. If the measure of angle 2 is 85 degrees, then the measure of angle 3 will be 85 degrees. The measure of angle 6 will be 85 degrees, and the measure of angle 7 will be 85 degrees. because angle 1 and 2 are supplementary angles and have to add up to be 180 degrees, the measure of angle 1 will be 95 degrees, making angle 5 95 degrees, angle 4 95 degrees, and angle 8 95 degrees. So the rest of these are all equal to 95 degrees. Example number 3, finding the value of a variable. Find the value of x that makes lines M and N parallel. If a transversal intersects two lines so that the corresponding angles have the same measure, then the lines are parallel. The labeled angles in the diagram are corresponding angles. Lines M and N are parallel when measures are equal. So if M and N are parallel, then the 3x plus 15 needs to equal the 42. So we plug those in. 3x plus 15 needs to equal 42 degrees. Subtract 15 from both sides to solve the equation. So 42 minus 15 is equal to 27. So 3x is equal to 27. Divide each side by 3, and we get that x is equal to 9. This concludes today's video. Remember that your homework for this section is over on page 695 to 696, problems 9 through 23, 25 through 33.